appreciate stuff.
64-260-0088.
Oh, yeah, look at that. Look, the spinny thing.
They told me it's fatigue sets in.
Well,
seen the best of yet is Brian Brzee. I'm still sort of looking forward to that because he could join those guys. He could reach that his potential at the pro level. But Peter Woods is right in the mix of those players. Listen, it's almost impossible to find cats like this. You know, throughout the last 50 years of college football, and because it's hard to find, almost impossible to find these plus 300-pound defensive tackles who aren't just fat lardays who guys, and it's phenomenal. And I think Brzee will soon join that ranks, and eventually Peter Woods will as well. So it's a good question, and all those are great names. This is always going to be the case. He's going to be a 320-pound guy from now on. Or whether, a different year brings a different approach. I want to see how that plays out and what it looks like.
They're playing the exact same position over and over and over. You got 7 to 15 minutes of the same. You could see him line up over the center. You could see him on the edge, 2, 3 stance. You don't ever see him really standing up. But what's weird is you see him bull rush and use his upper body in one moment in the inside, and then you see him do swim moves and spin moves to the outside in another moment. But then as you see, it just kind of goes, and it's not just like to the right side, it's left side as well. I mean, he in high school could play every position there on the line. Like you mentioned, there's not many guys who see that. Usually you see a guy just stick in one position and that's it. Obviously, there's the questions out there about his arm length, and he kind of joked about that as well. But the guy is able to use his hands very aggressively, and he's got more than just one move, which you don't see in high school. I think you pointed out the question, though. How in the world did he go from 269, 265?
See, I think that's the thing. This is still the thing I wonder about. I want to see what he looks like at 316 pounds and compared to what he looked like at a lighter weight. Because again, I thought at one point, I had watched them both in the interior and the exterior. I did not think his defensive and pass rush moves were evolved. I thought he had a lot of work to do in that regard. But I loved him on the interior because he was so explosive and he had violent hands and he almost immediately affected the opposing quarterback. But again, he was doing that at 280 pounds or something. And so I'm a little curious what this looks like at 320. And is he still as explosive, or will he, and estimate, ran all over Clemson a year ago? I'm thinking that was partly the design. I'm still wondering if that'll be the long-term plan. Maybe it will. Maybe this is. I still want to see what it looks like. I still want to see it play out, and because I still believe there's a chance you might come back next year with a different plan for him.
I saw him, I don't remember off the top of my head, like against Shipley or Maffa, but I did see him against Thomas.
And fluctuated. And I think some of that was the personal issues, the health issues, the issue with Ella. His weight fluctuated a good bit, but Brzee is at 6'4" plus, played anywhere from probably 315 to, I think there were times he was probably 340, and that was not good weight at those times. That's not where you wanted him to be. I think you would have preferred that Brian Brzee was more like 310, somewhere in that range.